Good morning, guys. Heading across Interstate 64 here. Headed into Shenandoah National Park this morning. It's a Saturday, but I have no idea what the date is. Maybe the 7th. Just got done with a 000 in Waynesboro. We did about a half day in, and I took 3 days off. Deer in here aren't very skittish. Guess that's what happens when people feed them, huh? Took a 000. Part of that was waiting for my resupply box. For those who don't know, I have all my food mailed to me. I have a bunch of food sensitivities, and it's just easier to get my food sent to me. But the box was coming from Forest, Virginia, and spent an hour and 15 minutes from Waynesboro. It was mailed Saturday, April 30th. It didn't show up till Thursday. So I ended up needing to take 2 zeros just to wait for my box to arrive. And because I changed shoes and we've had a lot of wet weather, I started to get a few minor blisters. I wanted to let those heal. And then Friday, it was just another rainy, cold day, and it's just miserable to hike in if you can avoid it. So I decided to stay in town again. So it was my second 000. First one's when I got food poisoning in Withville, and this one's just to allow me to get back in a good mental spot, start back on the trail. Stayed at the Quality Inn most nights, but James Madison University is having graduation this weekend, so most hotels were booked last night. So I stayed at Stanimal's 328 hostel, and that's pretty good. It's a small space, but it's used pretty well, and he picks you up at the trail and will take you back Rockfish Gap. So very pleased with all that, and I'm back out, and hopefully we'll get through the park in 4.5 days or so. It requires me to do 20 today, 21 tomorrow, 24 the next day, 28 the next day, and then a 14 to Front Royal. So we'll see if I can do it. This is the view from Black Rock in Shenandoah National Park. We are hiking through the part of the Shenandoahs that was on fire a couple weeks ago. They had closed 17.5 miles of trail, including Black Rock Hut and Pinefield Hut, because of the fire. Fortunately, they had it put back out and reopened before we got here. We had some showers this morning. It's been dry this afternoon. This is a graveyard here. It's a reminder the land in this national park was purchased from landowners, and in some cases it was taken forcefully because people didn't want to leave. Morning, guys. We're at Stony Man Cliffs. You see Skyline Drive down there. Chance of rain today. It rained last night. Hello. It's another beautiful day. I think it's rained something like 15 out of the last 17 days, something to that effect. Not all day, just showers, or like today, where it's foggy and it condenses on the leaves and drips on you all day. Makes the trail really muddy and the rocks slippery. I stayed at the Terrapin Station Hostel last night in Chester Gap, Virginia. It's like 4 miles from the US 522 road crossing to go into Front Royal. It was a well-needed rest. It's basically a half day for me. It's 10 miles there and got there at 11 in the morning. Today I'm hiking probably 20 miles, and then tomorrow I'll hopefully be at Bear's Den. And then I went to school with University of Virginia with some guys, and I'm at least going to be meeting up with Nick. I think he was trying to contact Mark, and we'll see what comes of that. I've also grown tired of these trail runners that I switched into. The Adidas Outdoor shoes are so much more superior than these that I'm getting the shoes sent back to me even though they have 900 miles on them. And I'll use them up and then get another pair. They're just phenomenal shoes. The Continental Tire grip, or rubber on the bottom, is so grippy that I busted my butt coming down the Priest with these shoes because I was so used to that grip. And just can't take the inferior shoes anymore, so I'm gonna switch back. And I checked Adidas' website. It looks like they have a new version of the shoe out with a pull tab on the heel, which is awesome because that's something that I was missing from some of their trail shoes I had used 15 years ago. So I'm glad they put it back on the model that I like. And I'm having my mom send those overnight, so they should get to Harper's Ferry tomorrow, and then I can pick them up when I get to Harper's Ferry, whenever I do, Sunday probably. Not sure if I'm going to spend all day with Nick and the guys or what. So, there's some signs. Now I'm out of Shenandoah National Park because it was dreary like this nearly the whole time I was there. I didn't get a whole lot of good views. A lot of them were just going to be white, so I just didn't film a whole lot. I did not see any bears. I probably saw a deer or two every day. Because people feed them, they tend to not run very far. Same thing with the rabbits. They don't run very far away. Even the squirrels. It's kind of surreal to be within 10 or 15 feet of these animals that usually run away from you. But I did not see any bears. Probably has something to do with the fact that I often sing. So they have plenty of warning to run away. Hello. Well, the roller coaster is over. It's Sunday, April, whatever. I don't know. and 15th, I guess. And I stayed 2 nights at Bear's Den Hostel. I got to hang out with Nick yesterday, which is great. Thanks a lot, Nick, for offering to visit and taking me around and covering the bills. That was very nice of you. Headed to Harper's Ferry today. Stay in town at a hostel. I think it's T-Horse. And I got to hike with Big O again 2 days ago. That was fun. I had seen him a couple times since the Grayson Highlands, but I was always getting into town as he was leaving. So it was nice to hang out with him for a day. I'm confused. I'm not quite sure what this is. I think it's rained something like 18 out of the last 20 days. It's very uncommon to have sunshine lately. It's actually really nice to have that today. It is a little chilly. I'm supposed to get down into the upper 30s tonight. But it is wonderful to finally have a day of sunshine without rain. Alright, I'm out of Virginia. Either they don't have a sign or I missed it. But at this point I'm definitely out. So it's nice to be done with a state that's 25% of the AT. Getting closer to a trail that I have not hiked before. Still about 2 days away from PA. Alright guys, we're crossing 340 and the Shenandoah River. Good morning guys, I'm at the AT Conservancy here in Harper's Ferry. Stopped in here last night. Headed back out of town now. Stayed at the T-Horse Hostel last night. It's pretty good. And see you later. Crossing the Potomac River here. Coming out of Harper's Ferry. Hello. So after I crossed the Potomac River this morning, I was in Maryland, so West Virginia's done too. And I got my Adidas shoes back. So I was wrong about the pull tab on the back being new. It's on my shoes too, so I don't know if they changed anything in the new model. But I got them back. I'm carrying my other shoes in my pack. Just to make sure I wasn't romanticizing how great these shoes were. And then if everything's good tomorrow, there's several trash cans along the way. I'll just unload them. I may carry them to the hostel I'm going to stay at 2 nights. And leave them there in the hiker box. I'm just not sure that anybody would be taking a size 14 shoe. Hey guys, here's the War Correspondents Memorial. Alright guys, here's the original Washington Monument. It's in Waynesboro, Maryland. Here's the story. And here's the view. Here is Interstate 70. So this is the view from Annapolis Rocks. It's a little drizzly this morning, so the view is not as great as it could be. What is this? This would be the Mason-Dixon line. That means we are done. Done with Maryland and into PA. Alright guys, here is the halfway point. So it's all downhill from here. Yeah, right. Good morning, it's May 19th. And past the halfway point a few miles ago. Feels pretty good. Today we're doing about a half day, 10 miles to the Iron Masters Hostel, the Half Gallon Challenge, and the AT Museum. And then tomorrow we'll go to Boiling Springs. I don't remember how far that is, 2021. And then probably take a zero Saturday because it's supposed to rain. And we've had enough rain, so at least for now. So we'll just try to stay out of it if we can. Since I've passed the halfway point, I think it's appropriate to thank a couple people. I'd like to thank my brother for putting together the YouTube videos. And I'd like to thank my mother for mailing me my food resupply boxes. I have several food sensitivities that make it a challenge to resupply in town, and I'd prefer to be as comfortable as I can out here instead of eating food that causes me problems. So thank you guys.